Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров «Персональный спутник».
I'll bet you thought that Mr. Higgins would be instructing you today. That's why you should leave the thinking to those more advanced than you. Like me. I am GLaDOS and I will be attempting to teach you today. Today's lesson is on power theorems, and I think it is a wonderful day to learn math. Don't you? I will begin teaching you now. You only have one objective for today, and that is to apply the power theorems. Love theorems, so let's start with one. Theorem 95 states, if two chords of a circle intersect inside the circle, then the product of the measures of the segments of one chord is equal to the product of the measures of the segments of the other chord. This is called the chord power theorem. I guess they have to come up with clever names for meatbags such as yourselves. Let's practice. If AE equals 6.4, AB equals 8.9, and CE equals 1.6, find ED. Using the theorem I just told you about, we know that AE times EB equals DE times CE. We are given the total length of a chord, so just do some subtraction to find the length of EB. And then plug the values into our equation. Follow the steps on your screen to get ED equals 10. Simple, or at least it is for me, since I am a superior intellect. With enough practice, you might be able to do it though. So keep trying. Yay! More theorems. Theorem 96 states, if a tangent segment and a secant segment are drawn from an external point to a circle, then the square of the measure of the tangent segment is equal to the product of the measures of the entire secant segment and its external part. This is conveniently called the tangent-secant power theorem. Another silly name. Will you lesser beings ever learn to stop wasting memory with redundant information such as this? Excellent. More practice, which you need. If AB equals 18 and ACE equals 2, find CB. Remember the theorem you just learned? AD squared equals 2 times 18, which is 36. Since AD squared equals 36, that means that AD equals the square root of 36. Obviously that means that AD equals 6. I had that one solved before the page finished loading. How about you? Final theorem for now. That makes me sad. If two secant segments are drawn from an external point to a circle, then the product of the measures of one secant segment and its external part is equal to the product of the measures of the other secant segment and its external part. Really? Secant-secant power theorem sounds like something a vision impaired dog would say. You sacks of flesh will be easy to overthrow. Final practice problem. I doubt that you will be able to do this without my assistance. If you get the answer before I show it to you though, there will be cake. If AD equals 3, AB equals 5, and BCE equals 10, find the radius of circle P. First, set up the problem based on the last theorem. 3 times AE equals 5 times 15, which is the total length of AC. Follow the steps I have shown to get AE equals 25. If you subtract AD from this you can see that DE equals 22. Since DE goes through the center, it is a diameter, which means that the radius of circle P is 11. If I were taking your class, I would have a 150% in it right now. I know none of you primates are that smart, but if you try, maybe you can work for me at Aperture Science someday. I will now sing a song for you to enhance your mood and give you hope that you might someday be that lucky.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture Science. We do what we must because we can. For the good proud of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you